Welcome to Fog of Work. You've probably heard it before. Your company says, "We're a family." Or maybe they post a rainbow logo in June and talk about values, or tell you that your well-being is our priority. But behind the smiles, slogans, and team-building retreats, something feels off. You can feel it in your gut, because they say one thing and do another. Today, we're exposing the truth behind the corporate mask, how modern companies use language, culture, and virtue as weapons of control, not to empower you, but to manipulate you. And later in this video, I'll reveal a hidden corporate tactic that's perfectly legal, yet morally bankrupt, that affects every job seeker and employee, including you. Let's get into it. Modern corporations love to look ethical. They stand with communities. They support diversity. They care about mental health, but only where it's convenient. Amazon drapes its AHQ in rainbow flags, then removes LGBTQ+ products in countries where it might hurt profits. Disney champions inclusion, yet censors queer characters for release in anti-gay markets. State Street builds a statue celebrating women's empowerment while underpaying its female employees during a federal investigation. Even Exxon waves the pride flag in the U.S. while keeping its logo safely traditional in countries where being gay is taboo. They don't stand with people. They stand where the money is. It's not activism, it's advertising. Corporate values are just pixels on a slide deck, a cheap costume worn to win favor from customers and employees who still believe companies are capable of integrity. The hypocrisy is baked into the system. And it works, because most people only see the face on the billboard, not the body count behind it. Here's a simple test. If a company really believes in something, what have they sacrificed for it? The answer most of the time is nothing. They support LGBTQ rights in San Francisco, but stay silent in Saudi Arabia. They preach inclusion and diversity webinars, then outsource jobs to sweatshops to control costs. You see, sacrifice proves conviction. But in business, there's no conviction, only calculation. They don't fight for change where it's needed. They fight for market share where it's safe. Like one critic said, they're shadowboxing for equality in arenas where the battle's already been won. It's not leadership, it's pandering. And when you look closer, the same trick is used on you, inside the workplace. Maybe you felt it. The emails about our mission. The murals in the office that say belonging, growth, or be your best self. But none of that feels real when you're drowning in meetings, underpaid, and too burnt out to care. Corporate culture isn't about making your life better. It's about making you more obedient. They don't build culture, they build cults. From the Google Googlers to Disney cast members, from daily chants at Walmart to culture tattoos and startups, these aren't harmless quirks. They're tools of identity control. It goes deeper than slogans. You're expected to smile at fake birthday cupcakes in the break room, attend forced fun sessions with a team you barely tolerate, and cheer during town halls while layoffs happen quietly behind the scenes. And if you don't participate, you're labeled not a team player. You're quietly sidelined, left off projects. Then asked in your performance review why you don't seem engaged. The goal is simple. If they can get you to believe your job is your purpose, you'll accept less pay, longer hours, and endless stress, and call it passion. You become easier to manage because you stop questioning why you're suffering in the first place. Let's talk about the most manipulative lie of all. We're a family here. Sounds sweet, but it's almost always a setup. Families don't lay you off during a restructure. They don't replace you overnight because of profit margins. They don't tell you to act like an owner while paying you like a temp. That language is designed to guilt you into giving more. More time, more loyalty, more of yourself. Meanwhile, the second profits dip, you're disposable. No thank you, no explanation, just a reduction in force. They expect sacrifice without reciprocity. And they call that culture. You know what it really is? Emotional extortion. Even the causes they support, environment, justice, equity, are no longer about change. They're part of the brand strategy. The rise of ESG investing, environmental social governance, was supposed to make companies more responsible. Instead, a Columbia study found that ESG funds were more likely to include companies that violated labor and environmental laws. Take Nike, for example. The brand promotes equality with bold ads, but sources products from factories where workers earn poverty wages and endure dangerous conditions. Or Nestlé, which sells sustainability while draining water from drought-hit regions. It's not ethics, it's optics. And behind every glossy campaign is a boardroom that calculated exactly how much pretending was profitable. That's not progress, that's greenwashed profit. In a world where doing the right thing costs money, most corporations would rather look good than do good. You're not working for a mission, you're working for an illusion, and it's a profitable one for them. You might think, well, at least they have to be honest in hiring, right? Nope. Job descriptions can say anything. You can be promised a role in software engineering and end up doing marketing grunt work. You can be offered unlimited PTO, only to find out no one takes it, or a contract-to-hire role that was never intended to be permanent. And pay? They can legally advertise a good faith range from $125,000 to $210,000 for the same role and offer you the lowest end while claiming they're still being fair. Even worse, many companies advertise remote forever until one day they change their minds or say your promotion is coming next quarter, and next quarter never comes. They dangle titles, benefits, and growth, not because they mean to deliver, but because they know it keeps you around just long enough, and all of it is legal. Because in the corporate world, integrity is optional. As long as they don't break a law, they can break every promise. Still wondering why all of this matters? Because these lies are not harmless. They shape how you show up to work, how much of yourself you give, how long you stay in environments that quietly destroy you. And the more obedient you are, the easier you are to exploit. You stay quiet, you stay late, you skip breaks, you come in sick, you say yes when you want to scream no. And for what? A manager who forgets your name? A pizza party during layoffs? A meaningless thank you in a Zoom call right before your job is outsourced? That's not motivation, that's manipulation. They want you to trust them, to believe in the mission, to smile in meetings, to think you're part of something special. But the truth is, you are not part of the company. You are part of its cost structure. And no amount of kombucha, Slack emojis, or pride-themed coffee cups will change that. So what now? You probably can't quit tomorrow. You still need the paycheck. You've got bills, kids, responsibilities. But you can stop giving them your soul. Stop tying your identity to your job. Set limits on how much of your peace you give. Question every feel-good campaign with the skepticism it deserves. Say no to guilt disguised as culture. Don't mistake propaganda for purpose. Reclaim your focus. Care less about their slogans. Care more about your reality. Because once you stop believing the lie, you start seeing the system for what it is. And from there, you begin to take your power back. You've been told you're part of a team, that we're all in this together. But the truth is, the game was rigged from the start. The only loyalty that matters in the late capitalism corporate world is the loyalty of profits to shareholders. Everyone else, expendable. So next time you hear, "We're a family," or "Your well-being matters," ask yourself one question: who actually benefits from me believing that? If this hit home, drop your story in the comments. Have you ever been let down by a company that claimed to care? I go through every comment, and chances are, someone out there needs to hear your story to wake up from the same illusion. Don't forget to subscribe and check out the other videos on this channel. You're not alone in this. You never were. Together, we're exposing the fog of work.